Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Talk Podcast. So, unfortunately, recently my setup disappointed me. So, we're going to make it work anyways. I started a short episode talking about B. Simone. I created a text, added it into a voiceover, and then afterwards the plan was to, kind of react to what I put out there to myself. But it didn't work out that way. Anyways, if you guys have listened to that short clip, you might be asking yourself, what does that have to do with us? Because in some way, shape, or form, I also pointed out this B. Simone situation as an us situation, right? Now, don't take this wrong. Obviously, it has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with you or you listening right now, okay? But I was thinking on a different level. This particular situation, the struggle that she's facing, right, is a general it's a general experience, right? I'm not saying it's right, good. I'm not saying you cannot prevent it, but I'm saying it is a real thing that happens. It happens to extremely wealthy people. It happens to average earning people. It happens to like people who are on the lower end of their earning potential, right? It can happen. But it's all about how we go about it. What choices do we make after we found ourselves in such situation? Or maybe even better, what are the things we have been doing beforehand to find ourselves in this situation? That's why I referred it to kind of a us situation, okay? Another reason why I think it has to do with us, right? Not just, don't take it personal. See it as a general idea. See it as a cultural thing. See it as a recent, something you can learn of or learn from. The reason why I said that is this is a young woman, not too young anymore. We get that. She's a young adult woman in her maybe end of her 20s, early 30s or something. And she's trying to make the best living for herself, right? She's striving for a better life, as everyone is doing. And given that no one is perfect, she's making mistakes on the line. We get that, okay? Now, the thing about it is, what I'm asking myself, yes, she is in a different realm in her life. She is some kind of a celebrity, an actor or podcaster, comedian. We do not really know. She does a lot of things. So that already is going to put you in a position where you, if you don't know who you are and what you truly stand for and where you're truly going in life, if you're not genuine with yourself, but you are in that kind of realm and you're just trying to take it all at once, become this idea of a person, trying to compare yourself to others, trying to do everything fast. All these things are going to cause pressure, especially in the position that she wants to be in the celebrity space, right? Without being in the celebrity space already, I think there's something we need to be more and more honest about. In particular cultures, in particular, groups of people, it happens everywhere, I'm not going to lie. But in some groups of people, to my understanding or my perspective, it has much of a larger meaning. It happens more extreme, which is the way you present yourself, right? A fake personality, a fake persona, a fake image. Let's stick more to the image, right? There's this idea that if I look a certain way, if I spend as much as, if I buy the most expensive, if I always stay on trend, right? If I always, present myself to be the one who has it all, then I will get the, respect or being noticed by all these people. And that is really the wrong way to go about it. And I will be honest, there's something amongst Black culture. Black culture is very vast, okay? But this is one thing that I could see with all the ideas of Black culture, right? This is one thing that I see happening a lot. You want to do so much at once to impress your peers or people who don't even care about you most of the time, to be very honest. You want to do it all, you're not being mindful on the way, and then you hit rock bottom, and what are you left with is all the superficial things that you've been holding on to trying to impress these people. That's a good reason why I think it's an us situation. So anyone who perhaps is looking up to someone like this, be mindful. You might find yourself in that situation, because what is your goal, right? To impress other people. If that's the goal, you're really, I don't know how to say it, but it's not the best way to go about life. Another and third and also last reason why I think this is a situation, this is more referring to the reaction on people, like to the internet, how people took this. Now, obviously it is disrespectful to a tiny degree, the way she firmed it. I can see why people are saying, oh, that is rude, or that is disrespectful. But the thing is, disrespectful to whom? Just think about it. I understand the notion where people are like, okay, I'm gonna watch out with you. I don't appreciate the way you're selling this, or maybe they just notice and say, "Oh, this is a character trait that I don't appreciate." But that's not where I'm going. There were other people who were truly offended by her, like as if she was pointing the fingers towards them and saying, "I'm better than you because now, or I used to be better than you because I used to shop here, now I need to shop there." Those people who really got so offended, who took it so personal, you need to ask yourself, what's the issue with you, right? Because this is a persona on the internet, on social media, in Hollywood. This is not your friend. This is not your family member. And also, if you find yourself getting offended, you need to ask yourself, who and what are you looking up to? Now, I do understand that it's good to say people want to distance themselves from someone who is superficial like this. Great choice. Or someone who just doesn't understand reality, because a bunch of people shop at, regular day-to-day brands, and they have money. So if you're smart, you're not going to get offended. Some people who have money, let me tell you something. I need a sip of my coffee. People who have money, they actually intentionally, my phone is I'm pushing it, don't think it's something else. They intentionally go to purchase brands, clothes that are maybe not the most expensive. They do have their fancy brands, and when I'm talking about fancy brands, it's not even your Gucci, Louis, all the things that everyone is trying to die for. No. For special moments, they're going to have their special things. And for ice cream moments, like how many times do you see wealthy tech people just walking around, jogging shorts, t-shirt, H&M? How many times do we hear about stories? Like how many times, if you live in a big city that is, well-to-do, you will see them walking around in slippers sometimes. No one cares, because they know what they have, and if they wanted to, they could. So be mindful what or who you're looking up to. I'm not saying wealthy people don't spend a lot, they do, but they also are the ones who are intentionally going to buy a fake watch, because they know and sometimes it's not worth it to spend the money. In some places I might get robbed. All these kinds of things. They understand the value of the so-called lower brands. There's value to it. There's value to everything in given time. So I hope you guys understand the message a bit more. See you in the next one. Bye.
What happens when the image fades? Let's talk about accountability, ego, and the kind of energy that lifts others instead of tearing them down. This isn't just about B. Simone, it's about us. Let's get into it. B. Simone went viral recently for breaking down on social media, admitting that she no longer shops at Bloomingdale's. Instead, she's shopping at H&M because her finances are tight. She explained that most of her money is tied up in an app project she's building, which she believes in, but for now, it's left her without liquid cash. People mocked her vulnerability, calling it fake broke girl energy, because she still lives well and has a following. You know what? B. Simone's shopping at H&M isn't the issue. That's not why people are talking. That's not why there's backlash. Plenty of people with real money wear affordable brands every day. It's not about labels. It's about character. The problem is, when you spend years building a brand on boss energy, but that energy includes putting people down, telling women not to date 9 to 5 men like they're beneath you, saying only CEOs deserve your attention, while forgetting a real CEO shows up daily, just like that 9 to 5 man you dismissed. That's the disconnect. That's what people feel. It's not envy. It's not hate. It's disappointment. Because real power isn't loud. Real confidence doesn't look down on others. You can be confident and kind. You can be visible and humble.